Hi everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday class. I've got Basti on the chat. He's just gone off the screen. It's great to be back doing the Wednesday class. Sarah's the first to post on the chat. There's Basti. I better put a hi on the chat before we go any further. So there we go. Okay, it's a big day today because it's the solstice today, so it's the most yang time of the year. So I thought the theme of today could be balancing yin and yang out. I thought that'd be a really good theme. We've got point of the week, of course, coming up. So what we'll do is we'll do some tuning in, and yeah, Basti's there on the chat. There we go, he's just saying hi. Yeah, I thought what we'd do is do some tuning in yin and yang, balancing out yin and yang. So let's start off and do some scanning. And I'll run some polls. Okay, here we go. Okay, so getting our pencil, our pen and paper ready. We're going to do some whole body scan and just see how we're doing. So just standing, taking a moment to just arrive in the space. And then we're going to scan right the way through our body, starting from the top all the way down through the body. Through the head, the jaw, throat, shoulders, down the arms. Okay, all the way down through the chest. Through the whole torso, into the hips. And then all the way down the legs, knees, ankles and feet. And then just kind of take a step back from yourself and kind of tune into the whole energy field. Okay, and then just tune in, just see how you're feeling. And turn that into a picture. Okay, I'm going to draw that. That's our open whole body scan. I'm just going to draw that for myself. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so that's our open whole body scan. That's me this morning. I'll just give you a quick look. Definitely need the Wednesday class, as you can see there. Okay, so before we do the three burner scan, what I'd like to do is I'd like to check in and see how we're doing connecting to heaven and earth. So what we're going to do, again, just stand in a neutral position, close our eyes, and just see whether we feel our energy is going up like this, or whether we're going down like this, or whether we feel somewhat in the middle. Okay, so we're just going to check in on that. And the reason for that we're doing this is because we're on the summer solstice, so at the yangest time of the year. So the tendency is to have the yang very, very strong. So we're just going to check in, see what we need to do, and then balance out the yin and yang through the session. Okay, so tuning in. Do you feel more up, down, or in the middle there? Okay, so before we do the three burner scan, so we can still remember what we felt, I'm going to run that poll now, and let's see what we get. So I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Is your energy up, down, or about right? So let's just see what we've got. Is it very up, a little bit up, about balanced, or too grounded, too heavy, or very much too down? So let's just see. If you'd like to vote, and we'll see how we're doing as a group. Congratulations for the about balanced people there. Fantastic. Okay, so look at that. We're about 50-50. We've got just about half and half, either too much up or too much down. So what we'll do is we'll work with that all the way through today and see if we can get everyone kind of in balance in the middle there. Okay, so now the next thing is to figure out what's happening with our burners. So let's do our 3 burner scan. Okay, so we've got our 3 areas there. So standing, okay, tuning into the lower burner, so below the navel, around top of the pelvic, around the pelvic floor and around into the sacrum here. Okay, so we're tuning into the lower burner. We're asking ourselves, what is that like? Okay, and then we're going to go up to the middle burner. It's around here. What's that like? And then we're going to go to the upper burner and ask ourselves, what is that like? Okay, now here's a really good way of getting the information from the internal information, and that's to ask yourself a simple question. Do all of those 3 areas feel the same? Okay, so ask yourself, do they feel the same? And if not, why not? What's the difference? Okay, and then we're going to turn that difference into a drawing, and we'll get our 3 burner picture. Okay, and here's my 3 burners today. You can see I definitely need the Wednesday class. So let's work on it. Let's find out how we're doing as a group. I'm going to get the 3 burner poll up. I'm just going to see if we can dig down here and find it. Which burner would you like to work on most today? Let's just see how we're doing. And we can relate that directly to the up and down thing. Okay, and we can work on that. Let's have a look. Wow, okay. Look at this. Look at this. This is very unusual to get so little lower burner. And it must be the solstice. It must be because of the solstice. We're dominated by the yang. We're dominated by those upper burners there. We've got like 50-50 middle burner and upper burner. How interesting. We just got 1 person voting so far for the lower burner. So look, that's interesting. So that makes me think what we need to really tonify the lower burner. We need to basically free up the middle and the upper burner, maybe tonify the lower burner and increase the yin generally to balance out that need in the upper body. That's how I'm reading that. And that will help us regulate that balance between yin and yang. So let's try that and see how we get on. Okay, perfect. Okay, so before we do anything else, let's get rid of any superficial tension that we've got in the body, any superficial obstructions. And what we'll do is we'll do the shaking exercise, but what we'll do is we'll focus it in on strengthening the heaven and earth connection. And I'll show you what I mean. What we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to stand, okay? And before we start the shaking, we're going to work on our alignment. So we're going to bring our awareness to our head, relax the base of the cranium, and get that feeling of the head floating up. Very good. Imagine that invisible thread from the top of the head, suspending the head upwards. Very good. We're going to relax the jaw, relax the throat. Okay, now let's work down the spine, freeing up the spine by allowing the head to float up. And then if we focus on the sacrum, that's this big bone here, we imagine that the weight of the sacrum pulling down this way, we get that lovely feeling of the spine naturally opening out and releasing. Okay, so let's just work on that for now. Relaxing the sacrum, relaxing the hips, softening the hips, floating the head up, relaxing and opening our knees and our ankles and feet. Okay, now can you feel that kind of bouncing feeling, that opening feeling in the spine? Now, once we've got that, then we can start to do the shaking, because we're working from a feeling of expansion and freedom in the spine. So now let's just bounce ourselves up and down with this thread, okay? Keeping the feet nicely on the ground, and then using that central axis as a place to shake out any tension. So what I'm doing here is I'm just expanding out the spine, releasing the base of the cranium, shaking the shoulders, opening the shoulders up, the elbows up, relaxing the wrists, opening the jaw, floating the head up again. And we're working downwards, finding out if there's any tension anywhere, referencing in, using the spinal extension as a kind of core there to just let all the other parts of the body just flow and release. Here we go. Okay, so I've got the neck, shoulders, rib cage. Okay, look, I've got the lower back and the hips nicely released. Okay, softening the hips and then shaking out the legs. Okay, so let's just shake the energy down into the feet. Great, okay. Okay, and then we're going to just stand again. Hey, doesn't that feel great? We've got that spine continuing to release. Nice flowing feeling around the joints. Excellent. Okay, very good. Okay, so we've got a really big vote here for the upper and the middle burner. We've got the whole yang thing going on with the solstice. But what I recommend we do to work these two areas is to first stabilize the lower burner, because the lower burner is connected down into the earth through the kidney channel, into the yin of the earth. If we get that really stable, then it's easier for us to release and open up the middle and the upper burners. Okay, so it's time for the famous kidney one. So let's just first of all check in on our balance between heaven and earth. Okay, bearing in mind that most of us, almost all of us in the group, are either two up or two down. We're going to keep that alignment, focusing on the feet, and just see how grounded you feel in terms of your connection down into the earth. Kidney one's a great point because we can use it to ground ourselves downwards if we're too up. We can also use the bubbling spring action, the yin coming up from the earth, to hold us up if we feel too heavy. So it's one of those points that can be used for both things. But first of all, just check in to see our connection. And now we're going to work it with Doin, and we'll go back and check out and see what effect we've had. So I'm going to get my chair. There we go. There we go. And it's time for kidney one. So let's just see. Ooh. Okay, so here we go. Remember where it is. It's 1/3 of the distance from the down the midline of the foot right into here. Open it up. Okay, so here's some added information for you. If you, an upper burner voting person, we've got the lung and the large intestine channels run here, and the heart and the small intestine channels run here. So if you're an upper burner person, you want to connect it with the kidney one, what you can do is stimulate kidney one like this with the fingertips, with the tapping. Okay. And then what you can do is you can work here for the lung and large intestine. This is the upper burner, obviously. Just see what that feels like. You can also work the heart and small intestine channels on the heel by pressing in like this. Okay, now if you're a middle burner person, a really good thing to do is to open the foot this way and work liver 3, great point, liver 3, and also down into this toe here, the second toe, which is the stomach channel. So basically opening up the foot this way, opening it out this way, can help the middle burner. Okay, so we've got kidney 1, which is our reference, our yin connection with the earth. We've got lung and large intestine, the frontal arch here. We've got heart and small intestine on the heel, and we've got opening the foot up this way for the middle burner, especially around the liver here, between the first and second toe, and then the second and third toe. That's the stomach and the liver channels, okay? So we're kind of doing a whole 3 burner treatment here, just using the feet. It should be pretty amazing when we stand up. Let's just see. Okay, so that's that one foot done. Checking it out. Put my sock back on. Not that I need it. It's really warmer here today. We're having problems keeping the building cool. It's so warm. So here we go. Oop. There we go. So we've got kidney 1. Lung and large intestine. Heart and small intestine. And then back to the kidney, and then tapping the kidney 1. There we go. Look at that. Kidney 1, lung, large intestine, heart and small intestine. And then opening the foot this way, out this way, if I can get it on the camera, out this way, opening up liver 3, which is here, liver 3, if you remember, and the stomach channels like this, opening this way. And that's really good for the middle burner. Okay, so we've got upper burner, kidney, which is the lower burner, and then the middle burner. Foot routine. Here we go. Look, that's something new. So let's see what happens when we stand up again. Okay. Okay, so I'm just closing my eyes, focusing on my feet. What a difference. Can you feel that? Now, not only we've got that really nice grounded feeling with the kidney connection, but you also feel that kind of opening feeling on the top of the foot and the front and the lower, the heel. Okay. And that gives an overall feeling of connection in the body and connecting with the earth. Okay, very good. Okay, so what's next? What we need to do next is we need to get that kidney 1 connected with the lower burner to give that stability so we can open up these upper part of the middle and the upper burner. So let's do that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put our hands together, warm them up a little bit, place them over the lower dantian. Okay. And then internal check with the alignment. So let's get that head floating up, relax the sacrum down. What an amazing feeling on the feet there. Feel that feeling and connection to the feet. Excellent. So now let's see if we can use that connection with the feet to get that breathing nice and low into the dantian. So keeping the shoulders relaxed, we're going to just breathe in. Feel this area opening out. Hold the breath for a few seconds, and then we're going to breathe out. keep the energy in the breath in the lower hara. Okay, we're going to do that 3 times, and then we're going to do a special depending on whether your energy is up or down. Okay, so here we go. Second breath. Nice long exhalation. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, good. So now let's do this, and this is up to you to tweak this the way you need it. So if you're feeling one of those people that voted for being too heavy, what we're going to do is, as we breathe in, we're going to bring the Qi up, or the yin up from the earth, and we're going to get this upward movement as we breathe in, and then breathe out, relax. Okay. Now, if you're feeling too, if you're feeling too down heavy, want it to go up, and if you're feeling too up, we're going to bring the energy down. And on the exhalation, we'll send it down into the earth, okay? So you just need to tweak it depending on what you need. And if you're neutral, then you can just do whatever you feel like, okay? So here we go. So if you're feeling too heavy, breathe in, up, and lift your energy up. If you're feeling too down, if you're feeling too up like this, we're going to bring the energy down and send it down through the legs, okay? So it's up to you. Do what you need, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, brilliant. So now let's just check and see how we're doing. We've got the alignment opening up. We've shaken out superficial tension. We've got those feet connected to the earth, and we've opened up the 3 burners from the feet. So we're already a long way to getting nicely sorted and balanced for the week ahead. So just tuning in internally, just check in on yourself. Okay, very good. So now let's move up onto the middle burner. And we're going to do some stretches and some doing for that. First of all, it's a good idea just to check in. So what I like to do is just gently press around underneath the ribs here and get an idea of what's going on. And it should feel really open and relaxed. That's the ideal feeling in the middle burner. Okay. So we've got 2 main meridians that affect that middle burner. We've already done a starting thing when we open the foot this way. We opened up the liver and the stomach meridian. So now let's just connect that up to the middle burner, the feet up with it. We're going to start off by just doing this twisting exercise to open up the liver channel. So let's get that alignment going. Head floating up, softening the hips, opening up the feet, keeping those connected to the earth, and then just really nice and easy here, turning to the left and right, keeping the shoulders relaxed and open, floating the head up. Okay, let's just see how much twisting and turning you need. If you feel you need a bit stronger, you can tap the liver channel like this. Strongly if you feel really obstructed here. Otherwise, we just take it easy and go for the release, floating the head up. Okay, very good. Now, if you tune into your feet and feel that liver channel in the foot connecting down towards the earth, you'll start to feel the connection between the middle burner and the feet, which is what we're going to do right now. We're going to go down the gallbladder channel and up the liver channel. So we're going to start here, tapping here. This is where the liver channel runs from the side of the ribs up into just underneath the nipple there. Okay, now once we've activated that, we're going to go round here into gallbladder 30. That's this point here in the hip. Okay. Keeping it nice and open, we're going to soften the hip. Okay, and we're going to go down. This very good points here for releasing the middle burner. Gallbladder 34, just below the knee. Down onto the foot. And then we pick up the liver channel here, liver 3. So you just gently press into that point between the first and second metatarsal. That's right here, liver 3. Right here. Okay. So it, if you can see that, I could stand on one leg. Yeah, just right here between the first and second metatarsal. There we go. That's a good view of it. Okay. So I'm just activating that point like this. And then I'm following the channel up the inside of the legs, just behind the knee here, and then up here, back up to here again. And that circuit will be really good for the middle burner. So let's go do that 3 times, down the outside of the leg. Activate liver 3, just by just gently pressing it in so you can feel it. And then up the inside. Liver, gallbladder, and then liver 3, up. Okay, there we go. Right, now checking in now, if we just press, whoa, all right, that's definitely done it for me. Much softer here. If that's softened up the middle burner, it's probably a wood element thing you've got going on there with the liver and the gallbladder. That's the middle burner voting, people. It didn't do much for you. It could be because you need the earth element. That's the stomach and spleen, and that's the one that runs down the front of the body. So let's try that now and see if we can get that middle burner completely opened out and relaxed. So we're picking up the stomach channel just outside the navel here. Just it runs kind of along here on the torso. Just give you a close up there. It runs up here, just either side. And it goes down onto the outside of the legs. So we can pick it up around here, just tapping. There's the navel. Yeah, we go down. So we go, this is the middle burner. So we're going from the middle burner down, and then down the outside of the legs. Stump 36, the famous stump 36, always good for a tap. And then down. Up. And then down. And then finally one more time up the spleen meridian. Okay, and then brushing off. Okay, a special message for all of you who voted middle burner and voted that they weren't grounded enough. This might be what you needed because the stomach meridian itself is very good for grounding. So if you just tune in again, just the front of the legs, open up the feet, you'll probably notice you've got a kind of more substantial feeling of connection with the earth. And that is the grounding aspect of the stomach and spleen. It's that kind of feeling that when you've had a nice meal and you feel kind of relaxed and happy in yourself. There's various hormones that given off by the body that are connected with that feeling of being sort of safe and satisfied and everything. By stimulating the stomach meridian, we get that grounded kind of feeling, and that could be just what you needed if that made a big difference on the middle burner. So let's just have a feel. Okay, well that definitely did it for me. It's mainly the liver for me, but a little bit of stomach too, because this is now really soft, which means we can go on up to the upper burner now. Okay, so we've released the spine. Let's get back into that alignment again, floating the head up, relaxing the sacrum down. Just going to renew it in our minds, okay? We had everything loose. We worked the feet and we worked kidney 1. Let's just feel that kidney 1 connecting down into the earth. We worked the frontal arch and the heel for the lung and the heart and small intestine, and we opened up the foot to connect with the middle burner, okay? We breathe into the lower burner, so we're going to soften that, remind ourselves of that feeling, and then we did this lovely twisting and doing work to release the middle burner. So that's where we're at the moment, And the only thing we need to do for the burners is get that upper burner nice and open. Okay, there's two things we need to do with the upper burner. We need to make sure we're getting enough air in from through the lungs. And we also need to make sure that the heart and the pericardium channels are nicely kind of relaxed. And then the other thing we need to do is make sure that we're connecting the lower and the upper burners to get a connection between the adrenal system and the heart, to keep the heart nicely regulated. So let's do that. And we're going to start off with the lung exercise. And this is a really good medical Qi Gong exercise for the lung. Very good if you feel tired, you feel maybe a bit breathless. Very simple. You just bring the arms up, keep the thumbs outwards, drop the arms back. Okay. But doing that, we need to keep our alignment relaxed, keep that head floating up, soften the hips and get that sacrum hanging down. And keep those feet really solidly planted on the earth. Once we do that, then it's nice and easy to open up this area. And this is the area here. As we go back, we open up the lung channel and we open up this area here. So nice, easy, deep breaths. Very good. Keeping the thumbs outwards. It's working. Here we are. See, it's expelling some heat or something from the lung there. Very good. Okay, now we can do some doing as well to really open up that channel. If you remember where it is, it goes to the thumb and it starts off here around just below the clavicle. Here's lung 1, and it goes up around here, down through here, and to the thumb, and then it goes back up this way, the large intestine channel, to make a circuit. So let's start tapping here, and as we're doing that, take nice, easy, deep breaths in, and also as we're doing this, let's not forget our alignment and our connection to the earth. And the important thing about that is because it helps anchor the breath downwards. And there we are. So we're going to keep those feet firmly connected to the earth, tapping down the lung channel. Okay, so right down to the thumb here. Okay, it runs right through here, down to the thumb there. And then we come back this way, up the large intestine channel, up into the shoulder, okay? And then round again, keeping that connection with the earth, tapping down to the thumb, back up this way. There we go, and then brushing off, and that's the lung down one side, and you can just check in on both sides and just see how different it feels. And then go to the other side, opening up the lung area, tapping down, and up here. And around again. There we go. Okay, so that's the lungs opened out. Okay, and if you just drop your arms down a few times like this, you'll notice that this is much more open, and that's the lung area being opened up by the doing. And if you stretch back like this, you'll feel this nice open feeling. The breath comes in nice and easily, and that's opened up the lungs, which is an important part of the upper burner, okay? So let's just check in again with the alignment. Let's get that head floating up. Relax the feet on the floor, soften the hips. Relax the knees, Okay, very good. Excellent. So now it's just the pericardium and the heart channel. So let's just check our pericardium channel here by opening up the arms like this and just get out of the way of the plant and just stretch back. Okay, now if you stretch back like this, you'll feel like a line of tension from the middle finger all the way through, and that's the connective tissue that connects with the pericardium. Okay, and if you feel around here, around the top part of your chest here, it should feel kind of open and kind of relaxed. All right. What you sometimes get, especially if you're an upper burner person and you may be having some emotional stress and things like that, is you feel kind of congested around here and it feels kind of obstructed. And a really good way to release that and keep it all nice and open and free is to use Do in here, just tapping from the sternum, which is this bone here, tapping out this way. We're aiming towards the middle finger. Okay, this is pericardium channel. So we're going to go like this, down here, down towards this finger here. Okay, but what we're doing first of all is just releasing that chest. There we go. And then down to middle finger, and then round, and we can come up the triple heated channel, which is the paired channel. Okay, again, tapping the chest here. Down. Inside. Up. And outside there. There we go. Okay, and then brushing off. Brilliant. And then the other side. That's it. We're working this area first. Wow. Okay, interesting. Now, the interesting thing is I can actually feel some sinusy things going on here, and this is the pericardium channel. It just shows you that the pericardium and the heart and the lung channels are all so connected there. You often get breathing and just general upper Qi issues can be connected to all three channels. So go this way and then go up this way. Triple heat up to here and round again. Okay, there we go. Brushing off. Okay, so let's stretch again and see what the what the heart protector feels like now. So we're going to go this way. Breathe in, breathe out, and check out the feeling. What you should feel is a kind of more open, relaxed, and tingling feeling in that whole upper burner there, and that's the pericardium channel when it's released. Okay. It also relates to the mid-thoracic. So when you're doing the stretch, what you can do is you can go like this, open out that mid-thoracic, breathe in, and then breathe out, stretch backwards, stretch open the mid-thoracic, it's kind of like around the heart chakra area at the back there, open it out, and then you get more of a deeper feeling right into the thoracic there. Got that? Just do that a few times. So breathing in, stretching open the ribs on the back, breathing out, stretching back. There we go. Oh, yes, lovely. One more, breathing in. Okay, excellent. So now we've just got the heart channel to do. And because the heart channel is a little bit more delicate than the pericardium, let's just use some actual acupressure points for today. So what we're going to do is we're going to first of all locate heart 1, which is right in the armpit here. Remember where that is? It's right in here. That's heart 1. Okay. And it comes down heart 9, heart 7, and it goes to heart 9. So what we'll do is we'll do some acupressure on those points and just see if we can connect up the heart channel. Okay, so shaking out, opening up the armpits, getting the thumb right in there, aiming the pressure up towards the top of the shoulder and relaxing. We're just going to do 3 breaths. Gently pressing in, relaxing the chest. Very nice. Now you probably get this feeling of this whole chest kind of relaxing there, because heart 1 is a really important point for unbinding the chest. We use this a lot in Shiatsu to kind of release any tension in the thoracic. So just go right in there with your thumb and see what you can do for yourself there. Breathing in. Very nice. Okay, excellent. So let's do the other side. Finding heart 1 again. Gently pressing in. You can actually let your arm go down as long as you've got the thumb right in there, relaxing and opening up the thoracic. Three breaths. Very good. And then we can use acupressure on heart 7, which is right on the wrist here. It's one of the most calming points of the body. It's very good for tonifying the heart, relaxing it, tonifying the heart blood. Holding there. And what I usually do is recommend creating a circuit around this whole area here in the body. So again, aligning, holding heart 7, relaxing, tuning into your chest. 3 breaths. Okay, very good. You can feel a really calming effect at that point. So now we're going to go for the other side. Same thing. That's it. Nice and calming point. Again, aligning, feeling that feeling with the connection with the earth. 3 breaths again. What you might feel is a sensation up the channel here as well, into heart 1 and then into the chest. So just gently press in there. Okay, excellent. So now let's just review what we've done so far. So we started off with the alignment. So let's just remind ourselves of that feeling. We've got the head floating up, the sacrum hanging down into the feet. We shook away any superficial tension on the body, so remember that. Okay, and then we work the feet. So just remind ourselves of that feeling of kidney 1 connecting with the earth, the frontal arch and the heel connecting, that's the lung and the heart, and the feeling of the feet spreading like that opens up the middle burner. So you've really got a whole workout there with the feet. Then we breathe into the lower burner, so just remember that feeling. And then we freed up the middle burner, remember, with the doing and the twisting. And then we opened up the upper burner. I can still feel my heart 7 point tingling there from that work we did on the fire element there. Okay, excellent. So if you're anything like me, probably what you're feeling now, the only thing we really need to do is just get that head cleared and get any excess yang in the head down and out the body, because don't forget it is the solstice, so there's going to be a lot of yang energy there and heat around the place. So we've got this nice balance and connection with the whole body. So let's just clear out these yang channels. And we can mention point of the week, and I'd like to work point of the week into a whole routine based around clearing the sinuses and just basically improving the whole qi flow in the head. Okay, so what have we got in point of the week? I'll just get the slides up and I'll show you. We've got this one, stomach 3, which is called Great Bone Hole, which is this one right underneath. Directly underneath the pupils, going down. You've got stomach 1, stomach 2, and stomach 3 is right underneath here. I'll show you in a second. It's great for the sinuses. It's also good for anything basically in the head, like twitching in the eyes, toothache, facial paralysis, swelling of the lips and cheeks. So basically any issues of obstruction in the head. And it's right here. I'll show you where it is. You look, find your center of your pupils, go down onto the top there. Okay, stomach 1 and 2. And then if you go underneath the cheekbone, you'll find a great hollow there. That's why it's called great hollow. And that point there, you press gently upwards, like this, gently upwards. And that's your stomach 3. So what I'd like, see, it's working already. I'd like to build that into a special sinus routine, which basically clears the sinuses. If you've got any like allergies or anything like that, or any sinus things going on, it'd be really helpful. So what we're going to do is tap, first of all, the upper sinuses. This is just to dislodge any damp or mucus that might be gathered there. So we're going to tap first of all, and then we're going to press in, and we're imagining our pressure going right into the sinuses. You might need a tissue handy for this. Okay. Pressing, tapping. Okay, and then we're just going to press around the sides of the body. This is a triple heater channel and gallbladder channel. You might need a tissue. I think I'm going to have to get a tissue in a minute. Okay, once we've got the upper sinuses starting to move, we can now move down into the sinuses here. So we can use the stomach points, stomach 3. What I like to do is take these fingers, put the thumb in stomach 3, and then this one on stomach 2. Very good for clearing the sinuses. And you just gently press in, project your energy from your hands straight in between those 2 points, and you'll get that right into the sinuses there. And what you can do as well is work locally, moving inwards towards the nose. So we're going towards here. Okay, and then work outwards like this. See? Until you get to stomach 2 and 3, and then you hold those. Got it? And then you can work further out as well, all the way down underneath the cheekbone until you get to the jaw, and there's a stomach point right there in this jaw there. So you're covering the whole sinus area like this. Oh, okay, feels great. And we can also add in another special point for the breathing, which is large intestine 20. That's this one here. Okay, then we can go back, open this up. There we go. And luckily, I've got the box of tissues right here, because I definitely need that after this. Let's just see what's happened. Oh, marvellous. Stuff really works brilliantly. Need 2. There we go. So if you've got any hay fever or anything like that, really good for this. For anything like that. You may also want to just gently press into bladder 1 here. Okay, which is again really good for the eyes if you get any allergies. Clears the wind from the eyes, and then you can just go around, gently press around the eyes, and then we're back here to the stomach 2 and 3 points. Okay, marvelous. Then we go around this way, around the lower jaw, pulling the ears. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, lovely. So now we've cleared all of that. You just need to tap round the back here, squeeze down. So now I'm squeezing like this down the bladder channel and the triple heater channel and the gallbladder channel. That's all these channels, the yang channels on the back of the neck. So I've got these ones. Okay, excellent. So now let's see what's happened. Should feel a lot clearer in the head, that's for sure. So let's just stand again. Okay, what an amazing feeling. So now let's make sure that we connect down into the earth here. First of all, let's just get any excess yang energy that we've dislodged in the head and neck. We want to just to get that down the body. We can either do it by stroking down, shaking out, or even just brushing down the yang channels of the arm like this. Maybe even a bit of tapping here around gallbladder 21 if you've got anything obstruction going down, and then brushing off. Look at that, brilliant. Okay, and then we can go down the yang channels to the legs, brushing off. And of course, the only yang channel we've not really done properly yet is the bladder channel. We've worked it on the neck. So let's just tap down here. Okay, and down. Down. And then brushing off. And then this way, we can get as high as we can, tapping the bladder channel. Stretch. And then down. There we go. Okay, brilliant. Oh, okay, excellent. So that's the 3 burners. The 3 burners, clearing the yang channels. So let's review from the beginning, and we'll get back into the whole zone thing again. Remember what we did. So let's get back into that feeling of alignment. Feel the head floating up. Allow the spine to just literally hang down. Just loosen off any superficial tension that's left. And now tuning in back to the feet. So let's open up kidney 1. Feel the connection with the earth. Got that? Excellent. Okay. Remember, we did the frontal arch and the heel, that's the lung and the heart, and we also opened up the middle burner. So just feel the connection between your feet and the burners as you wiggle them about. Check in with that abdominal breathing. So we're breathing in and out, floating the head up, relaxing the sacrum down. Very good. Okay. Now, the one thing we haven't done yet, which is really important, is to connect up the burner. So let's connect up the lower burner and the middle burner. If you feel those 2 areas, they should feel pretty much the same. Now that we've released this area here. So what I'd like you to do is breathe into both hands. Hold the breath, feel the connection between the 2 hands, and then breathe out, long exhalation. You almost feel like those 2 burners are kind of connecting and merging together. Okay, let's do that 3 times. Keeping the alignment. Okay, and we're imagining that these hands are connecting right through the body into the back. One more breath. Keeping that feeling of connection with the earth, breathing out. Brilliant. Okay, so now let's go for the upper burner and the lower burner. And we've got basically the kidney-heart connection and the lung-kidney connection, both really important connections energetically. So let's see if we can connect those together, breathing into both hands. Hold the breath, feel the connection between the 2 hands, like an imaginary line. Slow exhalation. Breathe in. And Hold and connect and breathe out. One more, breathing in, both hands, hold and connect and breathe out. Okay, excellent. There we go. We've just got 4 more minutes left to just put it all together. We're going to do that with this Tai Chi breathing. Just out of interest though, let's just check in and see how we're doing in terms of heaven and earth connection. If you're anything like me, I was way up here before and I had a real middle burner thing. I feel so much more together. Main thing for me is the head just feels so much clearer with all that yang channel work and that stomach 3 point. I've got a much clearer head now. But the main thing I can feel is I just feel very balanced heaven and earth. So I hope you've got that same kind of feeling there. Just working on that alignment all the time, balancing ourselves out. And we need the cool of yin of the earth to balance out the solstice at the moment, just to keep ourselves nice and connected to the yin of the earth. So my main recommendation for the week ahead is to keep that kidney one open, keep the lower abdominal breathing going, and use that to release the middle and the upper burner issues if anything comes up. Okay, so let's just join everything up. We're going to float down, breathe in, and then breathe out, floating up. Okay, that's focused on yin and yang, so we're going to feel heavy, connect down into the earth, sink down into the earth, and then switch our attention to the top of the head, feel light, and float up. Okay, so we've got connection with the yin, connecting down, breathing in. We've got connection with the yang, floating up. Okay, we're going to do that 5 times. We've got 3 more to go, breathing in. And then breathing in. Okay, 1 more, keeping that alignment, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, there we are. Fantastic result as always with the Wednesday class. Big thank you to Basti for looking after the chat. Looks like you've been really busy, Basti. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. I really hope. Oh, look, here we are. We might be able to get his camera to work. Yes, there he is. He's in a van. Hey.
Hello. That was great. That was so noticeable, the difference from beginning to end.
Yeah, I definitely feel totally different now. It's amazing. I had to use 2 tissues. Those stomach points are so great for clearing the sinuses. Oh my God. Anyway, what an auspicious day, Basti. We're actually got Wednesday class on a solstice.
I know. That was great.
That is that will set us up for the next 6 months, won't it? Balance out the yin. Okay, great. I'm going to put a heart in the chat. It's lovely to be with you all again. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in to the Wednesday class. And I don't know who's doing next week, Basti, but it'll be one of us.
I'm not sure who it is, but no. I think it could be Kat.
Could be, yeah.
Could be Kat, but I'm not 100% sure.
No, okay. Well, tune in and find out. It'll be a surprise for you next week. Okay, great. Thank you very much, everyone. We need to close up. I've got a client coming, ringing the doorbell any minute. Thanks a lot, Basti. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week. Enjoy the summer. There we go.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.